So a lot of people have been asking about my warm-up routine, and what a better day than today, because Nikin is gone, so it's going to be slightly a bit harder to film. So I don't know, let's jump into the warm-up routine. I'm going to show you step by step how I do it. Hopefully you'll find it good enough. So the first thing I do when I come to the gym, I start jump roping for about 15 minutes. So I get blood into my ligaments and to my muscles, loosen them up so they're not stiff and stale. So yeah, get like my pulse up. So let's jump into it. So a lot of people struggle with warm-ups just because their friends doesn't warm up kind of a bit too psyched to go and climb. It's like the dangerous part, because warm-ups is the most important thing. I can have this rule now that if I don't have time to warm up, I don't have time to train. So I never jump in to climb walls, to climb on the walls at all. And that is something that keeps me kind of motivated, because then I know I do the right thing from the beginning. So one thing you could do with just a jump rope, because I think it's fun, because with those you can develop technique, precision, and speed and accuracy. I think it's a very fun tool to use. And then you can also get your friends into it, because most of us are not that good at jumping rope, and it's a nice feeling to kind of progress in something. And then you can do stuff together with your friends. You just jump around, come up with new tricks, and just kind of keep it fun, keep it fluid. So yeah, do that for 15 minutes, and you get like the pulse up, you get the warm, you get the blood to every limbs and every muscle, and get it going. So the one exercise I do is I throw my hands forward, kind of getting my blood into my fingers, but at the same time kind of warming up my shoulders and my hips. Looks a bit funny, but it is very good.
Energy, you've got the look. Most times you win, but today you lose, and you're quite the story.
So after I've done that, I'm trying to get like mobility in my hips. This one I'm not 100% sure if my form is correct. I've looked it up. I think it is. But if you see anything, you just tell me and I can also correct it if you know it. Just like, it looks like this. So once I've got my pulse up for 15 minutes, I've got more blood into my fingers, I got my hips a bit more agile, a bit more movable. I'm gonna continue to get my fingers going. So this is actually something that Nikki showed me. Kind of looks like this. So you do this just stretching out your fingers, getting the blood into them, and you're supposed to do 50 times like that, and like that. Let's go 50, 50, 50. And this one is my own exercise, so that what the thing does is you make your pulling while also you're pushing with your legs easier. So it kind of becomes like a dynamic pull kind of stretch, but also resistance. And I feel like that kind of gets the blood going as well, and also kind of warms up the entire body for climbing. I think it's very beneficial. So by now it's gone around 20 minutes. So we have gone through the cardio 15 minutes, get the blood really going, we've been fixing the hip mobility, we get the more blood to our fingers, and now we kind of cool down slide a bit, and now we kind of worked the entire body, getting more blood, getting all the muscles loose, get them all active, get rid of any stiffness somewhere. So now I feel satisfied to go and actually get my fingers. They're now warm, but I want them to be prepared for the climbing that we're gonna do. So tag along with me to the famous finger training area, and we're gonna go check that out. So this is by far the most famous area in the climbing gym in the training aspect. This is where I do most of my training, because it's super relative to climbing. Everything you train here gets really transferred easy to the wall, and it's these balls you can see here, and they are an excellent way to start warming up your fingers and getting them prepared, as well as the wrists, and kind of get you in that mindset. It also helps precision, because what I play around with when I warm up, it's you warm up, but you also want to train something at the same time. and that is precision for me. I think that is the most valuable thing in climbing, to have precision in flow and movement, but also like where you want to land on holds. And this area like really helps that, as long with the warm up. So what I'm going to do is just like right now I'm just going to start hanging on those balls, kind of standing on the ground, and like feel like a slight kind of challenge in strength, and then hang with my feet on small ledges that you can stand on, so you make it slightly harder. And when we have done that, we're going to move over to kind of just hanging the balls. And then the fourth step, so we're going to do a bit of campsing on the balls.
Yeah. Thought I saw a butterfly. Butterfly. Thought I saw a butterfly. I thought I saw a butterfly yesterday.
Alright, so now we did standing on the mattress, getting the squeeze in the fingers, getting the prepared and warmed up. And then we did that, I did that for like 3 minutes. And then we moved on to standing on those the small like a crimp ladders nearly. So we stand on that and kind of get a bit more weight on our fingers, kind of moving our hips back, so we're kind of standing 90 degrees nearly. And now after that, like we're gonna do a bit of campsing on the balls, kind of get a bit more out of it.
A little bit of hopscotch in the parking lot. Hickory dickory dock tails non-stop. Never worry about a job either. And the worst news was a call home from the teacher. Icy pop, straight out the freezer. Think about it, life couldn't have been easier. And now I'm back to the present day, and I just wanna grab a time machine and run away. All these happy memories just passed by, all because I thought I saw a butterfly. Thought I saw a butterfly.
So now I've done the 3 of them, and then we're gonna train the wrists, kind of sloper style. Let me show you.
I thought I saw a butterfly yesterday. Came by fluttering, then it flew away. It had me reminiscing on the better days, coming by on the fly to communicate. Like, where did those childhood feelings go? Where I wasn't dealing with a bunch of animals, and everyone looked out for one another. Gave away my Lunchable if someone looked hungry. 4th of July fireworks at Butler. Everyone in town gathering to see each other. As it got darker, setting off sparklers. Who could throw the football the farthest? And when did that cheer disappear? It's a little weird, now I'm planning a career. Where did that innocent laughter go? Where I felt at ease.
So we have done very positive holds, get the slopers, get the wrist warmed up. And now the last step of this warm-up routine is very specific, like fingers. So I'm gonna start with like just kind of hanging jogs, then move to half crimp as we go.
I just wanna grab a time machine and run away. All these happy memories just passed by, all because I thought I saw a butterfly. Thought I saw a butterfly.
So now we've done it on the jogs. Now we're gonna go into the crimp a bit more, kind of get them going. I feel like I haven't climbed much the last couple of weeks because of the finger. So like the last time you saw me was on the pink one. So today I'm gonna see how it feels for sure. And when I start with the crimps for the first time of the day, I start with the feet and then gradually like move up on my tippy toes until I finally feel like comfortable kind of releasing my entire body weight on the fingers. Start with the feet. So now I'm going to start with the half crimp, hanging, like I've done it on my feet and on my toes now. So now we're going to see how it feels. Woo. People might say now, oh man, you shouldn't do crimps before you've started climbing. But the thing is, like, I warmed up for like, I think it's gone a half an hour when I started doing these crimps. So I like, my fingers are super warm. I've done I've done pinches, I've done slopers, I've done dead hangs, and like kind of good jogs. And now I gradually like kind of work with my feet to kind of get it to this point where I can both stand on my feet, get on my toe, and now like kind of releasing my feet on it, and it feels really good. You know, and in an instant when you're over, like if something feels dangerous in the hangboard. So it's like, for me, I'd rather go here than kind of continue climbing, get a bit slight tight, and then start kind of crimp away in problems. So I would say like hangboard is like one of the best things in climbing if you can let go of your ego and if you know what you're capable of. Because I've never injured myself on a hangboard or with camp sport or anything like that. I've always been climbing because I couldn't control like the psychness in just trying really hard. So if you're gonna do this warm-up routine and kind of do the last kind of phase on it, just be very honest to yourself and see, because you will feel instantly when if something is like it's too hard or not. Just don't hang there with bad form. Yeah, so that is my warm-up routine. Like you start off with cardio for 15 minutes, get the blood going to all the ligaments and the muscles, so they're more stretchable, more like for dynamic moves. After that, you go and do get more blood into your fingers. After that, you kind of start using the rings to kind of get your entire body warmed up and getting those dynamic moves going in all the muscles. And after you've done that, you go to balls, slowly getting the fingers used to the weight, and then you go to the slopers and you kind of get the wrist going. And then the last 2 steps is kind of go to the jog, take it slow and steady, go from like standing with your feet up to the point of releasing them, and then the final move is just like the same thing. Start half crimping with feet, with toes. If you feel comfortable, let go of the feet, and by this you should have covered everything. So now you're ready to kind of start climbing, and obviously you should start on the easiest grade and work yourself up. But right now there shouldn't be any room for an error or like a bad luck of your foot slip and you should get injured in your fingers. Like everything is warmed up, everything is ready to go climb. This is what I've been doing now since my injury. It took me like 3 years, I guess like a little under 3 years to find this warm-up routine, and it's really worked for me. I know it's worked for some other people as well. So hopefully, yeah, try it and see how it goes for you, and you keep me updated as always. Anyway, have a good Saturday.